All right, mic check, mic check, mic check. I need to say something. I need to say something that maybe 10-year-old me needs to hear, 8-year-old me needs to hear, or whatever, whatever. Us, God, external self, you know what I mean? Having internal reflection, now wanting to externally express this, and put it out there. I got a beef. I got a real beef with like a specific religion. I don't really know why. I mean, I got a couple beefs with a few religions, but I ain't gonna go there with the other one because I gotta unpack that for another day. But I'm gonna get something started right now with about Christians. And I created this platform to really like give myself, really, it's a selfishness as far as like allowing myself to really like be free and express myself, on some sort of platform where like, I don't really have to care about what people think, or say, and just kind of like let my thoughts be free, like the weather, you know what I mean? And we just kind of deal with it, like as far as emotions roll, we just kind of deal with it, man. You just kind of roll with it and you express as you are within that point in time, and then you progress or whatever, you push on, you push through. But yeah, I got a beef for Christians. I'm gonna try not to get too ranty on this one, because I wanna get direct to a point. And I don't know, man. I got a real I find the way that it's structured to be a bit troublesome, and I hate to make this one be so specific on this particular group. But as far as like how it moves, it's just kind of ignorant, like really super ignorant, and kind of just like minion like, very minion like, almost sometimes even demonic, and I'll kind of try to explain that as far as what I mean by that. Because demonic in a fact where Jesus, or whoever you want to call this being that may have came back then, or whatever, if he hasn't come yet and he will, or whatever these stories or the scripture, or you know what I mean, however they're trying to play this story out, right? And history is a funny thing, because it's always kind of seemed like it's written by whoever's kind of in control at the time, whoever kind of has the say so, Mr. Say So, Mr. and Mrs. Say So. That's what we'll call them. And as far as like what is being told, I don't really believe that being really had the message of just like whatever is actually being spoken about modern day today, right? And the fact that majority of Christians really can't grasp what was really said and what and really try to have an idea as far as like, because I mean each Christian has to make a decision as far as like how they want to interpret what they're reading, right? But it just seems as far as like the majority just kind of rolls with it because it makes them feel good every Sunday, and it makes them feel good at Easter, and I feel like I mean, hey man, if that works for you, that works for you. But as far as like generationally what it's doing, I think we could do a lot better, and like some things can we could put our energy into better things as far as whatever that may be, and maybe that's helping for right now or whatever, and it's gonna evolve into something else, and maybe these conversations need to be had to allow this thing or whatever it's choosing to be today to be whatever it is, you know what I mean? And as far as like what I believe in, my whole thing is just, I like to believe, I believe in the birds, bees, and the trees. You know what I mean? I try to form with nature. I really try to keep it as simple as that. You know what I mean? Because I try not to be just a product of my environment and allow my environment be the product that I produce. And try to keep it as simple as possible as I'm trying to make this as I'm trying to make this video as simple as possible. You know what I mean? I feel like if there's ever a point, I don't know if there's ever really a point. Maybe the point is that there isn't one, or we need to decide if there is one. You know what I mean? If reality is just presenting a question and we're just trying to be that answer, and whatever that answer we're choosing to be for that moment, it might work, but we really got to start kind of looking at as far as what the results are. You know what I mean? After we've done the research and we've done the test, we have to look at the results. I mean, and any intelligent society or intelligent being would have to look at the results, right? And as far as what people may say to that, well, don't worry about the results, have faith. Sure, I can do that. But until when? When is it where we stop waiting? We stop waiting for someone to come and help you, and you're leaning, and you're waiting. When is it time where you become empowered to do more for your community and for your family instead of waiting? What would be the point? If the ends justify the means, when is that? Reality obviously presents a question. I just hope that eventually we either become or find that answer.